everyone, as you can see, I harvested a huge amount of vegetables and I thought I would show you how I process some of them. So the first thing that I thought I would process are my cucumbers. I think they are in need of a little bit of love. These are the tiny little ones. I'm just going to give all of these a wash. Because all my vegetables are completely pesticide free, I usually do have a few little bugs and little things that do get in the way. That's why I always give them a good wash. And I'm also going to just chop them up into long lengths just to double check if there's anything that I should be keeping an eye out for my pickles. So I do have my jar here. It's already been washed and sterilized. And I'm just going to quarter these. Just like that. And then just start putting them into the jar. Pickling is super easy. It's something that I learned from my mom actually. I usually call her for the recipe because I keep on forgetting them. But it's a really good way to preserve cucumbers. Actually, I haven't tried one of these hole-in-one, so I think maybe I'll also experiment a little bit and just see if we fill one in what happens. And then also as I see if something has a little bit of a spot, I just cut that off. So if I have smaller ones, I just cut them in half. I mean, in your salad they're anyway going to be chopped, who cares? The other little trick that I do is that when I do my pickling, as soon as I see the jar starts getting emptier, I also actually just go ahead and add some extra bits. Okay, this one's not that pretty at all. Then for the recipe, it really does depend on how you like your pickles. Some prefer them a little bit sweeter, some prefer them a little bit more vinegary. I like a really good balance between the two, so generally what I would do is I would use half-half. And that just is a good sweet spot for me. You can also add any herbs and spices that you like. I generally don't add peppers or sweet mustard or anything like that. I like a more clean tasting pickle, but I mean you can choose to do whatever you want. So I've got my pot here. I'm not sure if you can see, but I'll bring it over right now. Just get the measuring cup out. And then I've got very plain white vinegar. I don't use fancy stuff. It's super expensive and this one just as well. For the size of my jar, I think I'm going to do 2 cups. Just rinse it out. And then I'm just going to use plain old white sugar. I actually think I'm just going to do a cup and maybe a quarter, and then I'll have a taste. My mom also adds some water usually, so I might do that, but generally I'm not so good at following recipes. I do what my taste buds says, what I like and things, and I just go from there. The best bet is always just to look at a recipe maybe on Pinterest or on YouTube and then work from there. I do think I'm going to add some water. So I'm waiting for the sugar just to dissolve. I'll just clean up a little bit. Okay, let's have a taste test. That is so good. The recipe I followed was estimated. At 2 cups of white vinegar, I used a cup and a quarter of sugar, and then I also added in like maybe a quarter cup of water. Yeah, I think that's about it. And then I'm just going to add a pinch of salt. And I'm using the Himalayan pink salt. And I'm just going to wait for this to boil, and as soon as it's boiled, I will pour it over our pickles and then seal it up. And then I will probably be able to start using this from tomorrow, to tell you the truth. It goes quite quickly. Everything is submerged under liquid. And there we go. A very quick, very unethical probably pickle recipe.